Okay, let's start in butterfly. So soles of feet together, knees fall open. Maybe you want to pull your butt cheeks out of the way so you can help the pelvis tilt forward a little more. And then just bring your upper body over your legs. Feeling this, stretching into the hips and the lower back. Bringing your attention to your breath. Nice deep inhales. As you exhale all the way out, feel your body relax even more. Let's slowly round up. Close your knees together like a book. Extend your legs forward, and we'll just do a forward fold here, keeping everything relaxed. Let's slowly round back up. And we'll swing the legs back into tabletop. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. And let's do some cat cows, working the spine. Moving with your breath. We'll go side to side. And let's come back to the center and we'll do circles. So drop your belly, go to the side, and then round your back and go to the other side. Bending into your elbows, moving your neck. Switch directions. And stop in the middle. Let's walk the hands forward, setting up for downward facing dog. We'll press into your fingers and knuckles, curl your back toes, curl your toes under, lift your hips. Press the floor away, curl your triceps in and up towards the ceiling. Pull your stomach in, lift your hips, reach through your heels. Do some little walks with the heels, bending one leg and then the other. And then let's lift the right leg, bend the right knee, open the hips out to the side. Try to keep your weight evenly distributed over both hands. Still pressing into the fingers and knuckles. Lift your knee to the ceiling. And then let's set the right foot down and lift the left leg. Bend your left knee, open out to the side. Lift that knee to the ceiling. Keep pressing into all your fingers. And we'll set the left foot down. Come down to the knees. And then stretch back into child's pose, reaching forward in an active child's pose. You can come up on the fingertips, stretch the arms. Stretch through the sides of your body. And we'll come back into downward dog. Lift your hips. Nice deep inhale through the nose, exhale through your mouth. And again, let's lift the right leg, bend the right knee, open the hips. Let's circle that right ankle, make some circles with the ankle. Switch directions. And we'll put that right foot down, lift your left leg, bend your knee, open to the side. And again, circles with your ankles here. Switch directions. And left foot down, knees down, child's pose. This time you can just relax the arms. And we're going to come into pigeon, so slide the right knee forward. Bring that across the body. And we'll let the weight of the upper body help your hips sink down. Let's plant the left palm in the middle of the mat and twist to the right. Nothing big, just a little twist. Face the front. And let's come down to the mat. Come back up, turn to the left, pull the left foot in. Conscious breaths. Imagine sending your breath to where you're feeling this stretch. And release that back leg. Let's switch sides. So just bring the right knee back and the left knee forward. Again, here, letting the weight of the upper body sink your hips down. Trying to keep the hips square to the front. And plant the right palm in the center. Little twist to the left. And face front. Let's turn to the right, or no, we're first coming down to the mat. Bring that stretch a little more into the front hip. And coming up, turn to the right, pull the right foot in. that right quad stretch. Couple more breaths. And release the right foot. We're going to roll onto the left hip, bring the right leg forward and come into a squat at the front of the mat. Sinking down between your legs, letting your hips, your lower back release towards the floor. Come into dangle. Feet are hip width apart, bend in the knees, let your upper body hang, stomach in. Maybe grab your elbows. Release your elbows. From here, we're going to come into a high lunge with the left foot going back. So keep bend into that right knee, send the left leg back and the arms up. Into warrior two, back heel down, opening the hips. Tailbone down, stretch your arms. Going to bring the right fingertips to the floor in front of your right foot and extend the left arm overhead, bicep past, next to your ear. From here, face the floor, low lunge. And then we're going to come into our standing split. So lift that back leg in the air. And from here, let's see if we can come up into raised knees. So we're going to come to standing with the left knee lifted in front. You can bend into the knees, stomach in, palms together, and to stand and lift that left knee up. From here, let's come into our standing figure four, cross the left ankle onto the right knee and sit. Chair pose. Stomach in, body weight in the heels. Reach through the pinky side of the hands. And come down into dangle. So you can separate the feet hip width apart. Knees bent, stomach in. All right, from here, we're going to come into our high lunge on the other side. So step the right foot back. Extend your arms in the air. And steep bend in that front leg. Maybe a bend in the back leg so there's not too much sway in the lower back. Let's set the back foot down and coming into warrior two. Keeping that deep bend in the front leg, knee over ankle, back leg strong, spine stacked. And then bring the fingertips of the left hand in front, the left foot. Reach overhead with your right arm. Open the chest out to the side. That back leg is strong, your right arm is strong. Everything engaged. Turn face the mat, runner's lunge. We're going to come into our standing split. So lift that back leg off the floor. Now we'll come into our raised knee. So bend into the knees, come to stand. Nice and slow with control. Palms together, knee lifted. And we'll come into our standing figure four. Right ankle onto left knee. Sit down. Keep your upper body back as much as you can. Shoulders down. Chair pose. Feet together, arms up. And then palms together, forward fold. And we're going to do that sequence again, but let's put frog in the middle. So step your knees back and start with toes together. Extend the knees wide and then walk forward. So again, looking for that stretch in the inner thighs. So you might need to move your hips forward and back until you find the position of your hips where you're going to feel that stretch. It's going to be different for everyone. So everyone's hips are put together differently. Toes can be as close together or as far apart as you need today. The only thing we're focusing on here is finding that stretch in the inner thighs and avoiding feeling a compression on the outside thigh or the outer hip. Once you find that spot where you're stretching the inner thighs, just breathe into it. Try to relax any muscles that you don't need to keep yourself in this position. If this is hard on your knees, you can always turn sideways so that your knees are on your mat. Or use any other kind of padding under your knees that you have available. Take a few more breaths. Slide forward onto our belly. Push back into child's pose. And then we're going to come forward into our squat at the top of the mat again. into dangle. Walking your feet hip width apart, toes pointing straight ahead. If you'd like, you have the option to interlace your fingers behind your back, lift your fist up towards the ceiling. All right, release your hands to the floor. Let's step the left foot back. Come into our high lunge. Press into your feet. Belly in, reach up. And let's open into warrior two, making any adjustments you need. Back leg engaged, glutes engaged. Press into your feet. And come forward into our extended side angle. Right fingertips to the floor, left arm reaches overhead. Face the floor, runner's lunge. And lift that back leg up into our standing split. This time around, you have an option to wrap your right arm around your right leg, grabbing your ankle from the back. And we'll lift up into our standing knee raise. Cross the left ankle onto the right knee, sit into figure four. Again, pressing down into the foot as you lift through the crown of your head. Chair pose. Toes together, stomach in, arms up. Sit down as deep as you can. Palms together, forward fold. Bring your feet hip width apart. Knees bent. Again, option to interlace your fingers behind your back. Interlacing your fingers the way that feels odd. And then lift your fist to the ceiling. Release your hands. Send the right foot back. Come up into high lunge. Warrior two. Extended side angle. Face the floor. Lift your back leg. Again, option to wrap the left forearm around the calf and grab your ankle. Slowly come to standing. Figure four. Keep breathing. Chair pose. And forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back into plank. And we'll rock forward and lower all the way to the mat. So let's do Cobra pose. Squeeze your legs. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. Squeeze your arms into your body and lift your upper body. Shoulders coming down and back. Use the muscles surrounding your spine. Slowly lower down, right ear to the mat. Arms by your sides. Squeeze forward, bring your palms under your shoulders, squeeze your elbows in, squeeze your legs, and lift your upper body. From here, let's try adding the arms, flying back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, squeeze your triceps. Slowly lower down to the mat, left ear to the mat, and arms by your sides. Face the front, let's push up onto the knees. And then back into child's pose, take a couple breaths. And let's swing the legs out in front. One more time, we'll do a just forward fold. So legs relaxed, upper body folds over the legs. Hopefully you feel a little looser now at the end of class. Slowly round up. Let's do our butterfly one more time as well. So soles of the feet together and upper body comes forward. Take a couple more deep breaths. And slowly round up. And we'll come on to our backs. Just hug the knees in to get the spine realigned. And then legs come out long, arms by your sides. 2 minutes of Savasana. 1 minute left. To deepen your breath. Move your fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs. If you like, bring your arms over your head for a full body stretch. Then either roll onto your side and push up, or roll on your spine back to seated.